Imagine transforming your health at the cellular level. Today, we're unveiling 4 scientifically proven superfoods that can create new mitochondria in your body. These powerhouses are the key to skyrocketing your energy, revolutionizing diabetes management, boosting athletic performance, and potentially reversing aging effects. We'll reveal how soybeans can increase mitochondria by 700%, why dark chocolate is your new fitness ally, and how a common vegetable could supercharge your entire system. Ever felt constantly tired? Struggled with weight or blood sugar control? This video is your game changer for energy, weight management, and diabetes care. Don't miss the superfood that boosts fitness by 12% in just 3 months without exercise. Your mitochondrial revolution starts now. Stay tuned to unlock the power within your cells. This video is for educational purposes only and does not substitute for professional medical advice. Always consult with a healthcare professional before making any changes to your diet or health regimen. 1. Understanding mitochondria. Let's start with the basics. What exactly are mitochondria and why should they matter to you? Think of mitochondria as tiny power plants in almost every cell of your body. They're responsible for your ability to move, think, and indeed live. These remarkable structures produce over 90% of the energy your body needs to function. Impressive, isn't it? But here's what's truly fascinating. Mitochondria aren't just about energy production. They're multitaskers extraordinaire. They assist in muscle growth, help maintain proper insulin function, and keep your brain sharp, your heart beating, and your kidneys filtering. They truly are overachievers in the cellular world. Now, here's where it gets interesting. When these mitochondria aren't functioning optimally, it can lead to various health issues. We're talking about insulin resistance, type 2 diabetes, obesity, heart disease, and even some brain disorders. Certainly not a situation anyone would want to find themselves in. There was a fascinating study back in 2002 that examined the muscle cells of individuals with type 2 diabetes. The findings were quite remarkable. These individuals had significantly fewer mitochondria, especially near the cell surface where insulin does its work. In fact, they had 7 times fewer than healthy individuals. It's akin to having a factory with only 1 worker instead of 7. This research illuminates the tight link between mitochondrial function and metabolic issues like diabetes. It's a bit of a chicken and egg situation. When mitochondria aren't working properly, it can lead to insulin resistance, and insulin resistance can further impair mitochondrial function. It's quite a challenging cycle, but here's the good news. If we can improve one aspect, we can improve the other. And that's where our superfoods come into play. Exciting, isn't it? 2. The power of diet on mitochondrial health. Now, before we dive into our superfoods, let's discuss how different diets affect our mitochondria. A comprehensive review from 2004 examined various diets and their impact on these little powerhouses. The results are quite eye-opening. First, let's consider the high-fat diet, where 30–35% of calories come from fat. I regret to inform you that this doesn't look great for our mitochondria. It actually decreased their numbers, worsened insulin resistance, and reduced energy production. Additionally, it led to more oxidative stress, which accelerates aging and caused an accumulation of damaged mitochondria. Not exactly the fountain of youth we're seeking, is it? Now let's look at calorie restriction, reducing daily calories by about 20–30%. This approach is interesting. While it led to fewer mitochondria, the remaining ones actually worked more efficiently. They produced more energy, caused less oxidative stress, and were better at eliminating damaged mitochondria. It's as if they were working smarter, not harder. The ketogenic diet presents a mixed picture. Some studies found more mitochondria and improved function, which sounds promising. However, and this is significant, it also increased the risk of prediabetes and type 2 diabetes. Some research even found it could potentially damage heart tissue. Quite a plot twist indeed. Intermittent fasting, where one doesn't eat for 12 or more hours a day, showed some promise. It led to more mitochondria that worked better and created a network of highly efficient mitochondria. Now that's encouraging. But the real standout, the Mediterranean diet. This diet was creating new mitochondria consistently and improving their function in both liver and muscle tissue. The secret appears to be the abundance of plant compounds called polyphenols. We'll explore those in more detail shortly. Out of all these diets, the Mediterranean diet was the clear winner. It was the only one that consistently improved all aspects of mitochondrial function. So if you're looking to give your mitochondria a boost, you might want to consider incorporating more elements of the Mediterranean diet into your meals. 3. Polyphenols, the mitochondrial superheroes. Now let's talk about these polyphenols. They're like superhero compounds found in plants, and they're absolute stars when it comes to our health, especially for our mitochondria. A comprehensive review found that polyphenols from foods like soybeans, cacao beans, onions, apples, blueberries, red grapes, cinnamon, and coffee seeds all had measurable effects on how our mitochondria function. We're talking about increased oxygen utilization, which is beneficial, improved overall mitochondrial function, and enhanced energy production. It's like giving your mitochondria a supercharged energy boost. But it gets even better. We're about to explore 4 specific foods that have been scientifically proven to boost mitochondrial health and even create new mitochondria. Are you ready? This is where it gets truly exciting. Or superfood number 1, soybeans. First on our list of mitochondrial superfoods, soybeans. These little legumes contain a compound called genistein, which is a powerhouse for mitochondrial health and insulin sensitivity. Here's an intriguing study. Researchers took a group of obese individuals with insulin resistance and divided them into 2 groups. One group received a placebo, while the other received 50 mg of genistein daily for 60 days. That's equivalent to eating about a quarter pound of soybeans or 4 ounces of tofu daily. Quite manageable, wouldn't you agree? The results were astounding. The genistein group saw an increase in the number of mitochondria in their muscle cells. It's like a cellular makeover. But that's not all. After 60 days, these individuals required 19.4% less insulin to handle the same amount of glucose. That's significant for anyone concerned about diabetes. Moreover, the genistein helped their muscles burn fat more efficiently and reduced the amount of fat stored in their muscles. It's like a 2-for-1 deal for your metabolism. So what does this mean for you? Well, adding some soy to your diet could potentially be a game changer for your mitochondria and your metabolism. However, it's important to note that while these results are exciting, we still need more research to fully understand the long-term effects of consuming large amounts of soy. As with anything, moderation is key. 5. Superfood number 2, cacao beans. Next on our mitochondrial hit parade, cacao beans. Yes, you heard that correctly. The primary ingredient in chocolate is actually beneficial for you. But before you rush to indulge in a chocolate feast, allow me to explain. Cacao beans are rich in polyphenols, particularly one called epicatechin. And let me tell you, epicatechin is like a personal trainer for your mitochondria. Consider this fascinating study. Researchers had 20 sedentary individuals, average age 50, consume dark chocolate daily for 3 months. I know it sounds like an enviable task, doesn't it? But here's where it gets truly interesting. They tested these individuals' fitness levels before and after the chocolate intervention. The results were remarkable. After just 3 months of eating dark chocolate, these people increased their VO2 max, a measure of fitness, by 12%. That's equivalent to transitioning from a sedentary lifestyle to that of a weekend warrior without even stepping foot in a gym. But how did this occur? Well, the researchers discovered that chocolate consumers had increased levels of PGC1A in their bodies. This is essentially the master switch for creating new mitochondria. More mitochondria translates to more energy, better endurance, and improved overall fitness. Now, before you rush to the candy aisle, remember we're talking about dark chocolate here? The beneficial kind with at least 70% cacao content, and the quantity. Just 2 squares a day was sufficient in this study. It's not about overindulging in chocolate bars, it's about consistently consuming those powerful cacao compounds. So the next time someone questions your dark chocolate habit, you can inform them that you're simply working on your mitochondrial fitness. How's that for a guilt-free treat? 6. Superfood number 3, red grapes, resveratrol. Moving on to our 3rd mitochondrial superfood, red grapes. Or more specifically, a compound found in red grapes called resveratrol. This substance has been generating significant interest in the scientific community, and for good reason. Human studies have shown that resveratrol can accomplish some remarkable feats. We're talking about lowering blood sugar levels, improving long-term blood sugar control, and even helping individuals with type 2 diabetes utilize insulin more effectively. But that's not all. It can also enhance mitochondrial function in muscle tissue, aid in weight loss, and even increase lean muscle mass. Quite the overachiever, isn't it? Now here's where it gets a bit tricky. The doses used in most of these studies are significantly higher than what you'd obtain from simply eating grapes. We're talking about needing to consume thousands of cups of grapes daily to achieve the same effect. Unless you're extraordinarily fond of grapes, that's probably not feasible. But don't dismiss grapes just yet. They're still packed with other beneficial nutrients and antioxidants. And who knows, perhaps consuming grapes regularly could have some benefits we haven't yet discovered. Science is always evolving after all. If you're particularly interested in the mitochondrial benefits of resveratrol, you might want to consider high-quality supplements. But remember, always consult with your doctor before starting any new supplement regimen, especially if you have health conditions or are taking medications. Safety should always be your primary concern. And superfood number 4, beets. Last but certainly not least on our mitochondrial superfood list, beets. Now you might be thinking, beets, really? But hear me out, because these ruby red roots are packed with some serious mitochondrial magic. Beets, along with other vegetables like spinach, arugula, and celery, are rich in compounds called nitrates. And let me tell you, these nitrates are like rocket fuel for your mitochondria. Here's how it works. When you consume beets, the nitrates are converted into nitrites by bacteria in your mouth. Yes, those bacteria are actually beneficial in this case. These nitrites then enter your bloodstream and help produce nitric oxide. Now, nitric oxide acts like a traffic controller for your blood vessels, helping them relax and dilate. This means more oxygen can reach your tissues, including your mitochondria. Happy mitochondria lead to a happier you, but it gets even better. A study published in Cell Metabolism found that these dietary nitrates actually make your mitochondria more efficient. It's like upgrading from a fuel-inefficient vehicle to a hybrid car. You get more energy output for less fuel input. So how much beet do you need to consume to reap these benefits? About half a pound of beets provides the amount of nitrates used in most studies. That might sound like a lot, but it's quite achievable. You could juice them, roast them, or even use beet powder to add to smoothies. The benefits. We're talking about lower blood pressure, improved endurance during exercise, and of course, those super efficient mitochondria. It's like giving your body a comprehensive tune-up, all from eating some beets. Conclusion. We've covered a considerable amount of information today. We've explored 4 superfoods that have been scientifically proven to boost mitochondrial health and even create new mitochondria. 1. Soybeans, rich in genistein, which can increase your mitochondrial numbers and improve insulin sensitivity. 2. Cacao beans, abundant in epicatechin, which can boost mitochondrial function and even improve your fitness level. 3. Red grapes, source of resveratrol, which has multiple benefits for mitochondrial and metabolic health. 4. Beets, high in nitrates, which can make your mitochondria more efficient and improve oxygen delivery to your tissues. By incorporating these foods into your diet, you could potentially boost your energy levels, improve your metabolic health, and even enhance your athletic performance. And the best part, these are all natural, delicious foods that you can easily incorporate into your meals. Remember, consistency is key here. Try to include at least 1 serving of these foods in your daily diet. Your mitochondria will thank you. If you found this information helpful, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel. We're dedicated to bringing you the latest science-based health and nutrition content, especially if you're dealing with diabetes or other metabolic issues. If you're interested in learning more about nutrition and diabetes management, we've compiled some helpful resources. You can find links to these in our profile and the pinned comment below. Remember, always consult with your healthcare provider before making significant changes to your diet or starting any new supplements, especially if you have health conditions or are taking medications. Thank you for watching, and here's to your mitochondrial health. Until next time, take care of those cellular powerhouses.